Welcome back, everybody, to Cut the Slack. We've got a special guest today in Diego Bressant. He's got a really cool story. We're going to jump into it, but I want to get to the history first. Like, where are you coming from? How do we know you? How are you mixing into this little group here?
Well, I've known Billy Candelaria for 15 plus years, since like sixth grade.
Yeah.
And we've gone to middle school, high school. After high school, we even worked together for a little bit.
Yeah.
He got in a job where he was traveling quite a bit, but even at that point, we still stayed in contact. And when he came back into town, it's like we always met up, hung out, and it's like he's been like a brother since then. So It's not even like a friend at this point.
He actually got me selling cars over in Toyota Redlands.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that was like my first sales job.
The car industry.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
And got him to slackline.
Yeah, and slackline. Yeah.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
you're the guy that got him involved in slacklining?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because of just like my background with training and everything, I needed to get better with balance things because of a situation where I fell on a show. And after that, I got the slackline, got him involved, and he fell in love with it. And now he's like out here doing weights and all sorts of craziness.
I think when you guys were over there, I saw you guys with some tennis balls. What was going on there?
So basically, he strapped up like a 60-foot slack line on one side, and so did I. He was on one side, and I was on the other. And our goal was to throw the ball at each other without falling.
Okay.
And catch it, and it's a pretty tough challenge.
It's super tough.
Yeah, I could see that. I can barely take. I think I got up to 4, maybe 5 steps on the slack line now.
Yeah.
You know, after probably about 2 hours of practicing on different days, and it's difficult, man. So to see you guys out there doing that and performing other tasks, like I saw him one day. He's picking up weights and doing curls and presses while balancing on one foot, basically.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
No, he's the one who got me into that. I'm pretty sure he's the first person I've seen do that.
Okay.
So
Slack lifting.
Yeah.
Let's bring
it.
Dude.
Slack lifting, dude.
That's
He's got a whole movement going on. Like, he hasn't got a website yet, but it's coming. So, we're both, very interested in health and fitness, and I know you have a pretty specific interest, right?
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So basically, I focus on obstacle course racing and Ninja Warrior training. I have a facility in my backyard where I basically built a whole rig.
Wow.
Balance obstacles, 7-foot wall, cliffhangers, the spear throw for Spartan, weights. I mean, it's a full-blown gym.
How did you get into that?
Basically, it was actually kind of a long story, but I have 3 goddaughters, and when the third one was born, I was at my heaviest. I was like 200, 205. I was always fluctuating around that weight.
Oh, okay.
And
what are you at right now?
160.
Okay. Yeah, so you've leaned out quite a bit.
Because I grew up where my father, like, if I said, like, oh, let's go throw, a baseball, or let's go do this, when he got home from work, he'd always be like, oh, I'm too tired. And I was like, dude, that is the weakest excuse. Yeah, but it was also because he's heavier. It was a little harder for him to get up.
He really was tired.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And when my third goddaughter was born, I remember my second goddaughter was like, oh, you're taking that energy from me. And I was like, I can't do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I needed to be better.
Yeah.
And so I got strict on this diet. I started working out every day, lost 40 pounds, and then went to an obstacle course race out in Oceanside called MROC. And I literally couldn't do anything.
So did you train for that, or did you just kind of go in cold turkey?
I thought, being at like 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness, doing the weights and everything, because aesthetically, I look good.
Yeah.
But when it came to doing anything like on the bars or doing laches or any obstacle, I had the biggest problem with it. I just didn't know any technique.
Right.
And
that he is referring to Nick Lachey there. It's a special boy band technique.
Right. No, it's a bar hop, but that's what it's called.
Yeah, on the American Ninja Warrior, you probably see it where you jump from like rung to rung.
That's the salmon ladder.
That's the salmon ladder.
This one would be like if you're on a fixed bar or anything that involves with grips.
Okay.
And you swing and you catch another object with your hands at the same time.
Okay, just using your momentum to throw yourself forward.
Right.
Okay.
And so anyway, I couldn't do anything. I trained so hard because I fell in love with it. I've always wanted to be on Ninja Warrior. I was at the weight that they recommend you should be at. And at that point, I just made it like a life mission. Like, I need to be on the show. I need to compete. I need to do this because I was like at the prime of my, health. I felt.
When you got that first race under your belt, like how did you feel that? How was that first race for you? Like right here in the chest.
Oh man, it was great. I remember a lot of the obstacles were pretty tough. And
were you dying or like?
Yeah. At that time, I was still dying. It wasn't until 2 years into my OCR training, and then it became easy, or easier, I should say.
Takes a while.
No, it did for sure, but it's the competitive side of me that I just wanted to get better. You know what I mean? Like I remember when I did that first Spartan after 2 years of OCR training, and I got the technique down. It was out in, I think, Temecula, and I stayed at my brother's house in Menifee. And I left that house that morning, and I said, if I don't come in the top 10, this was a waste. I really just said that.
That's pretty high bar, man.
No, yeah, I really just said, like, if I don't come in the top 10, my training's a waste. And then I went out there, thought I ranked 8th, but by the end of the day I actually finished in 10th place.
Wow, you made it.
Yeah,
dude,
barely.
What's up? All right, man.
Barely.
Have you ever done any of this stuff?
I haven't. No, and in fact, looking back, like even when he first started doing this, he was going to a local middle school and just setting up little hanging obstacles on like the existing monkey bars and stuff like that.
In junior high.
Not in junior high.
It's at a junior high.
Oh, you were going to a junior high.
Yeah, at a local school over in Redlands, and he would set up, and I thought it was cool because I've always been kind of active, and I've always thought exercise, there's a lot of value there, so I'm open to being creative and stuff like that. But yeah, he was starting to do these different types of grip, sling type of obstacles, and just basically trying to go through them, and it was super tough. Yeah, I couldn't do them at first either. Like
the first thing I noticed when I started training for my first Spartan race is that okay, put it this way. I tried to do the monkey bars, just the simple monkey bars like we used to do in grade school, right? And I remember it being so easy. I'd go from side to side, back and forth, Then I jumped on, I was at UFC, and I jumped on the monkey bars and started going, and it was hard as all get out, man. And I was huffing and puffing, and my grip was,
Did you rip?
Oh, dude. And then I thought about it, but like when I was like killing it, I was 40 pounds.
Right.
I was like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
When you've got 180 pounds, of grown man, hanging on to those metal bars, like it's a whole nother world right there.
It is. And a lot of it too, believe it or not, it's just when you're a child, it just comes so much easier.
Sure.
Like right now I have a group of probably like 15 to 20 kids, and the level that they're developing versus some of the adults, because they don't know what that fear of pain or injuries
they just go all out.
Or even if they do fall, they get back up right away.
Right.
So it's not even that hard.
The adults want to think about it.
Yeah.
they want somebody to feel for them a little.
No, for sure.
Did you see that? Oh, my neck. So you did OCRs for a couple years before you did a Spartan race?
No, so the OCR is obstacle course racing, so that is part of Spartan. But I was doing Tough Mudders before, the local mud runs that they would have in like the San Bernardino County.
Yeah.
Those like fun bubble runs that they would do, even though they're not really like obstacle course races, but they would have some inflatable
they're all
things.
kind of similar.
Get you running.
Sure.
Gets you off the couch. So.
Yeah.
And my whole view towards it from the beginning has just been like, man, you're creating a little playground for yourself. Like,
it is.
Which is cool. I see it, it's fun, but I just couldn't see myself like getting into that, especially with the culture of it all. People like going crazy and like, come on, let's go. And like there's other guys that we went to high school with that are super into like the whole CrossFit thing. Yeah. And it's too like it's too much.
So Billy hates encouragement.
So it's too much, man. I'm just like, dude, I want to be able to be in my zone and handle within myself.
Right.
And like,
but what about when it's like a really hard obstacle and it's been taking you a while, and then you get the whole crowd going behind you? They're like, come on, Billy, let's go. And then you hit it. Like, there is a good feeling behind that.
There is.
It's not just from like you hitting it, but it's just like when you're watching, like if you're watching like an NBA sport or NFL, if it's home court advantage and the crowd's cheering for you, they tend to do a little bit better.
Well, that's what we were talking about earlier. So I'm going to correlate this to a little bit of quantum physics now. You brought up before we started recording about the glass of water and how you could actually change the makeup of the water by either being negative toward it or being positive, kind of like talking to a plant and seeing a plant grow if you speak positively. So it's the same kind of energy transference that happens where. Yeah, I mean, maybe you hold yourself to a high standard. You know? And I'm gonna say you hold yourself to a high standard, and you don't need all that extra. But there are a lot of people that do, and that really feed off of it. And and if you think about the person,
and that's great.
That's been on the couch that was 200 and some pounds.
Because you still work out.
Yeah, Billy has an elitist mentality. I'm joking, brother. Stupid encouragement.
I just stopped. I don't know. For some reason, I shut down at that point. And even like I've told him, like when I go to his house and we'll just be messing around, like it's natural for us to want to be active, you know. Sure. And so, but I'll have to like check him, like, yo, I'm not paying you to coach me right now. So
I'm just here to have fun, bro.
He's like, come on, Billy, let's go. You got it. Okay, do this and that. It's like, dude, come on. Like, I'll figure it out.
I get it.
But
so there is
it's good. He's a natural, you know. Yeah. He's great at what he does.
Thank you. But from the coaching's point of view, if you're doing a task that you're having to do, like that you're working so much harder at, not just as a coach, but also as your boy, like I want to be like, hey, instead of you doing all this, try doing this, and this will simplify it. Then you're
for sure. And I do take it.
He's an uncontrollable good Samaritan. I'm the same way. I'm at the gym and I see somebody and they're doing something wrong, and I just want to go help them, man. But then I'm the guy that's going and telling everybody how to freaking do it. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a line, but I get it, man. You're just trying to help him out.
Yeah.
Jeez,
but I'm totally chill with it.
But I do notice though that, like he said, I do that too much.
Yeah.
Like, I even
overcoaching.
No, for sure. I even go to like other people's gyms, and if I see someone doing it, I'm like, hey man, let me just try to help you out. And they're like, I don't know if like they're even wanting my help.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, they usually
I've had a couple people say no. I'm like, hey, can I help you out with that? And they're like, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I am a punk. Okay, I'm a punk. So anyway, enough about me.
Yeah.
So you got into OCRs, including Spartan races, of course. And so have you done all of have you done the trifecta, the sprint, the super, the beast?
I have done a few sprints. I've done one beast, not the super yet.
Wow, so you went from the...
No, vice versa. I've done the super, not the beast.
Yeah, okay.
And October 26th, I'm doing the ultra.
Nice.
And then the following week, I'm doing the Tough Mudder Classic.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
Which, by the way, if you're into OCR, you should come and join.
Yeah, I did my first Spartan race, and now I'm kind of ready for the next step. I love doing it. It's hell. It's one of those like tortures that I enjoy, but when you get to the finish line and you're dirty and you get the medal, I don't know.
That beer is pretty satisfying too.
It's the best beer ever. And I don't even remember what kind of beer it is, but after that day, like it's the perfecto beer. So you've gone through a lot of OCRs now, and I heard you kind of mention a show.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, my goal was to be on American Ninja Warrior.
Did you do it?
I did.
You did?
I did. On season 9, after 1 year of testing for season 8, I got to compete in LA for season 9, and then I tested season 10, season 11 for Ninja versus Ninja, for Team versus Ninja, or Team Ninja.
Okay.
And also Ultimate Beastmaster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so those are the ones that I've gotten to test for now. And it's cool because through those experiences and networking, now I can actually take some of my students and then they come with me to go test obstacles too, like some of my more elite students.
So you're actually, that's what's kind of cool is I love a good coach, I love a good teacher, but you're not just doing that, you're actually out there competing at a high level. American Ninja Warrior, that's on primetime TV right there.
Oh yeah, it was the best experience of my life, man.
Wow. So we can catch you on season 9, right?
I guess YouTube.
We got to YouTube it. Okay, great.
I do have it on YouTube.
And then you're testing for this next season, right?
No, I'm hoping now I'm going to compete for season 12. That's my goal.
Oh, really?
If not, then I'll go test. But
what's the difference? Like, what's the process?
So you have to submit an application online. You have to do like a 3-minute video and basically try to sell yourself and
Sure.
like why you want to be on the show, why they should pick you. And then at that point, like the year I got called, they called one of my other best friends, and I can kind of tell there was something a little sketchy about when he was like, hey, we have to hang out today, because he's not that type. But we went and played basketball. He like already had the phone out to record, and my phone started ringing, and it was the producers saying I was on.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
That's high level. Well, let's take a short break, and we'll come back and talk a little bit about OCR versus LA Fitness.
Okay.
All right.